This news right here might be some of the biggest news we've gotten, and it's almost more of a confirmation of what I've kind of reported on before, but Sony themselves kind of let it slip again. It's getting harder and harder for Sony and these companies in general to keep these ideas on lockdown, to keep people from knowing what's exactly coming and things like that, and I really do feel like Sony has a long way to go in this next generation, and I feel like consoles are going to definitely continue to prosper and do a great job. And if this turns out to be accurate, I think that it's really bad news for Microsoft, and it puts more pressure on Microsoft to release games earlier, because obviously Sony has that kind of in the bag or whatever with their content and stuff like that. So by the time Microsoft has the Xbox Series X become relevant in a couple of years, Sony could be 60, 70 million ahead of them by that point. So this news even further elongates that, and is an incredible story. I can't wait to get into it because you guys are going to be excited. What's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that as well. It helps out the channel, and it means a lot to me personally. You guys have been absolutely fantastic, amazing, to say the least. It's absolutely unbelievable, the reception to the videos. I changed formats and everything for about a month now, and the response has been nothing short of unbelievable. And that's all thanks to you guys. So shout out to the new subscribers, old subscribers, everybody in between. I will continue to make things better. I asked you guys what you wanted, and you wanted unscripted videos. I do that. You wanted fun, humorous videos. I try to do that. You wanted videos where it wasn't people trying to lord technical specifications over your head to sound important and better than you. I try to do that. I try to be as accurate as I can be. I link everything in the description below, and you can tell my enthusiasm is just second to none. You can tell my passion for gaming is second to none, and I really do appreciate it. Trust me, whenever I would click on a video and you would hear, well, Phil Spencer really has some amazing body wash, and I gotta tell you, I've met Phil Spencer in person, and he smells glorious, right? Like, you guys don't want to hear that stuff. I get it. I'm there with you, right? That stuff's boring. This is the new style. This is Crapgamer Reviews, unscripted. I'm coming for you, and everybody seems to be having a good time, and the reception has been fantastic, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. Again, I just have to say I'm having a blast doing this stuff, and I'm glad that you guys are enjoying it. A simple like goes a long way, so thank you so very much. So you guys might remember I was talking about, I did a video, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks ago, maybe a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. I don't know. I do a lot of content. Who can really remember at this point? But it was definitely where a PS5 Pro system was something that Sony was supposedly in the works with, right? They wanted to work on a PlayStation 5 Pro. Reason being, they weren't happy with Microsoft having the edge in power, and they thought that prices should come down in the next few years, and they want to kind of go that Pro route just so that they can have stuff and be ahead of things in case 8K really does take off. You can also in time for the PlayStation VR 2, because PlayStation VR 2 is a thing, and they are going to have it, but the reason why it's not there yet is because the tech is still a little bit too expensive for mainstream adoption. I guess it's like going to be some sort of wireless connections and things like that, which sounds incredible. I'm a big lover of PlayStation VR. I love PlayStation VR. I like VR in general. I'm a console guy though, so I don't really play PC VR or anything like that. I hear it's better, but like I said, I'm a console person, and so I stick to the consoles. So I'm really excited to see what PlayStation VR 2 is all about. Now, supposedly PlayStation VR 2 would be the same situation as 1. If you guys can think back to it, remember PlayStation VR launched, and then you have the PS4 Pro launch. Realistically, I always stick by the fact that I felt like the PS4 Pro was a VR machine, and yes, games did get a benefit from more power and stuff like that, but I still really felt like VR was the major reason. And I feel like when Sony wants to release a PS5 Pro, there's multiple reasons. I think obviously you want to go out and have the most powerful console and take that back from Microsoft, because that's Microsoft's big selling point right now. And is that going to be enough? Because you're saying, hey, we have the most powerful console, but then again, their console shows off Halo Infinite and it looks absolutely terrible. So I think Sony would really like to say, hey, we have the most powerful console and the best looking games that really showcase that, right? So you can have the fastest car in the world, but if you don't have any gas, you ain't going anywhere. That's sort of what the Xbox Series X is to me, in my opinion. So with that being said, now we have some more definitive proof. This is a leaked patent for a possibility of a PS5 Pro device. Obviously, they have a new patent for a multi-GPU approach for a client, which cut out the long kind of bunch of technical chatter, would actually allow for a PS5 Pro-like system. Again, I can actually link this article in the description below. If you're new to my channel, I link every news source in the description below. If it's an opinion piece, no need to link that. If it's a leak or a rumor, and I can link it, I will. If it's something somebody told me in confidence, then obviously I can't say anything. But in this instance, it's very technical about multi-GPU simulation environment, frame buffer management, etc., etc. The technology can be applied to a video simulation console such as game consoles. In particular, a single sock may provide with a light version of the console, while plural socks may be used to provide a high-end version of the console with greater processing and storage capability than the light version. The high-end system can also contain more memory, such as random access memory, RAM, and other features, and may also be used for cloud optimized version using the same game engine console chip with more performance. Now listen, Sony hasn't announced a PlayStation 5 Pro. They have a digital PS5 and a regular PS5, but this falls in line with them coming out with in possibly 2023 a PlayStation 5 Pro that's more ready for like the future, more ready for their PlayStation VR version 2, more ready for 8K, possibly do better with the 4K stuff, and I think it really goes in line with that. You're still going to be able to play everything great on the base PS5, and the base PS5 by that point will probably have 60, 70 million units out or more, because Sony is doubling the production of the PlayStation 5 right now. They realized that the people actually want a ton of PlayStation 5, so I really do think that that's going to be interesting. And again, I feel like that's a smart move on Sony's part. You might go, oh, well, what's the point in doing a Pro? Again, I don't think that Microsoft is going to do a Pro version or the way they did the Xbox One X. I honestly don't think that they're going to do something like that, for the simple fact that, they're already releasing that version. And not only are they releasing that version, but I also feel like Microsoft have put themselves in a bit of a bind with Lockhart, so they're releasing both their Pro version and the base version at the same time, it looks like, and that could be a bit of a mistake. I feel like, release the X and then in a few years release something more powerful or whatever, but for Sony's part, they're going to be releasing just the base PS5 and one without a disc drive, which makes sense given how growing digital is. But then you also have to factor in the fact that that in 3 years' time, these parts and things are even cheaper to produce, and you can come out with something even more powerful than the Xbox Series X. So basically, by the time 2023 rolls around, that's when Microsoft's games, their big games, should be coming out. The Avowed, Everwild, Fable, Hellblade 2, like these games are going to actually come out around 2023, and then you have something to fight that off. Obviously you're going to have, can you imagine a God of War at 8K, or what I'm saying, the full Spider-Man sequel at 6K or whatever. Like, just imagine the possibilities. 60 frames on God of 120 frames, like the things that they could do. And probably keep this in mind, since 3 years have passed, they can do better hardware and probably still keep that same $499 price point. Like, I can imagine the base PS5 will probably be $100 cheaper by then, but you also come out with this PS5 Pro, and it's probably only going to be the same $499 that the Xbox Series X is. That's going to be a huge bonus for Sony. And given that they have some of the incredible studios that they do and the incredible AAA exclusives that they do, it's going to be very interesting to see how that works out and how that really works out for Sony's favor. Again, take all this stuff with a grain of salt for right now, but I told you I'd heard that, and now we have a little bit of confirmation, even though we're just getting started with this generation, and it is a little bit weird to see, hey, they have something else coming down the pipeline. It'd be foolish not to think that they would come out with something down the line, for the simple fact is this technology is always evolving. Right now 4K isn't even the most widely adopted thing, but people are already talking 8K. Believe it or not, 8K televisions are coming down in price. Most people, believe it or not, right now, the funny thing is, like, a lot of people that are talking about getting a Series X or a PS5 don't even have a TV that supports it with the HDMI 2.1. So they're going to have to upgrade their TVs as well. It's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out for both Microsoft and Sony. Sony has one big advantage they're releasing quote-unquote PlayStation 5 ready TVs right now that are going to allow you to be able to enjoy your PlayStation 5 to the fullest. That are like integrated with it, like the Sony Bravias and stuff like that. So they have that advantage where Microsoft isn't a TV factory. You know, they're not a TV maker, so they're kind of at a little bit of a loss. But yeah, to get the full advantage of these things, you're definitely going to need you know, some of these things like the better TVs and things like that. I will link this in the description below. What do you guys think about a PlayStation 5 Pro coming out in a few years' time? I'd be very interesting to hear what you think. Maybe sound off, let me know in the comments below, or hit me up on Twitter at @the_Crapgamer. You can hit me up on Xbox Live, MOH Space Crapgamer, PSN, just Crapgamer. And as always, thank you very kindly for watching one of my videos, taking time out of your day to do that. I appreciate it. Have a fantastic day. Stay safe, happy, and healthy. Rack 'em up. Game on, everybody. Game on. Crapgamer out.
Unscripted.